I also want to talk a little bit about the unemployment report today. The Labor Department says employers added 243,000 jobs last month. The unemployment rate dipped to 8.3%. I want to talk about the unemployment numbers with Georgia Tech economics professor Danny Boston. So, first of all, let's talk a little bit about what the president just announced.
Right.
Does it sound like a sound program?
It's a sound program, and it's really, really needed because what Christina just said is correct. But even when you break the numbers down more, if you look at the Gulf Era II veterans, those veterans now that are being paired back and brought home, their unemployment rate is 17.3%. So that's very high. And if you look at it last year, it was 13%. So the unemployment rate has actually increased. And so there's really an urgent need to address those veterans, particularly with respect to jobs.
And you know that. You are a veteran yourself, a Purple Heart, as a matter of fact. Tell us a little bit about the numbers today, because you and I were talking about this. In most of the groups, unemployment has gone down, even when you break it down by race and by gender.
Yeah, it's a really stellar report. It's a really nice report because across the board, we see that the unemployment rate has gone down. And even more significantly is the fact that there were some 508,000 people who came back into the labor market because things are getting better. Normally, you would expect to see the unemployment rate tick up a little bit because so many people are coming back in, but it was growing so strongly that it absorbed all of those people and then added jobs on top.
And where were the jobs created? Where were they added?
In the most significant sectors, right? The economy has been most hit in manufacturing and in construction. Well, 44,000 of those jobs were added in 50,000, I'm sorry, in manufacturing, 21,000 in construction. But you also had jobs in hospitality, 44,000, and in health and other areas. But manufacturing and construction, 60% of the jobs that were lost were in those two industries. So the fact that we're growing there is important.
And you and I mentioned, too, the fact that he might actually be able to recover all the jobs that were lost under his administration, President Obama, if this trend continues, correct?
Yeah, you're right, absolutely. If this trend continues, he will be able to recover those jobs and more of all of the jobs that were lost, because we are now, at this clip, we are on a path to add about 250,000 a month.
Okay. Danny Boston, as the president said, he said, don't muck it up. Muck it up. All right. Have a great weekend.
Okay, thank you.
2 Americans have just been